Well, that's not how I wanted to start the morning. You know, well, that's not how I wanted to start the morning. You know, I'm gonna derate my motor in 3 hours. SCR, system altered or a fault detected. I don't think it was altered. I don't think it was altered because I've been in it. And it wasn't doing this when we parked it yesterday. There was zero issues. We parked the truck and it sat here the entire time, not idling, not running. Turned the key on this morning and now we've got a problem. This is why I 110% am for deleting your truck. Fuck the EPA. They are not the one out here footing the bill for this. These things are horrible for your vehicle. When you go to the bathroom and take a nice massive dump after you eat, a nice sloppy burrito, do you take a handful and scoop it back in your mouth? Because that's what emissions does to your engine. You take a handful of your shit and eat it back again to run it back through. It makes absolutely no sense. There's always problems with these things. And yeah, my hotshot truck deleted 375,000 miles issue free of hard heavy pulling. This thing's already fucking breaking. For a $100,000 rig, $200,000 rig, this should not be a problem. So, I hate to say it, I can already see my near future. But, good morning. I'm supposed to go get loaded, but I don't think it's a good idea to go get loaded when I got that on. Wait for our shop to open up. They can link into this and see what they can do. Maybe if they can clear it or tell me what's going on. I think that's the best bet now. We got time to kill anyways. It is Friday morning. I would love to be on the road by now, going to get loaded. We're 20 miles down the road from our pickup. And this rears up. So we're just going to wait till the shop opens up, see what they can say or what they can do if they got an idea on what's going on here. I know they can do remote diagnostics on it, kind of see what its deal is. I don't know if they can shut something off so it doesn't derate the motor and I can get it back. That would be ideal if they can shut something off and I can, pick up this load and we know we're going to be fine. I don't want it to fail under load. But yeah, if they can shut it off, I think that's what we'll do is we'll pick up our load and we'll haul it back and we'll go to the shop and let our shop fix it at our rates and do it in-house instead of going to a dealer and then a dealer saying we don't have the parts or something like that, or charging me an arm and a leg for labor, you know. But we'll touch base once I know, or once we get this figured out. All right, well, I talked to the shop, and they were able to look up the codes, and they think it's the driver that sends the DEF into the system. He says there's like a filter there, and sometimes if the fluid leaks through and gets into the electrical part, he said every code seems to be an electrical thing. So if it kind of gets in there, it eats up on the connections and stuff and causes an issue. Said it's the fourth one this week. So just kind of reinforces what I've been saying is, you know, I beg you to find a driver or anybody that owns a vehicle that has a system on it that hasn't had a problem with it. But we found a dealer. We're heading down here now. We're about to get off and get in there and get checked in. It's a Western Star dealer, I guess. And the Peterbilt that was by me couldn't get me in until, you know, maybe today, but most likely Monday-ish. And, you know, you got to take all that into account, you know. How much is this costing, you know? So now we lost out on that $3,000 load, I would imagine. And so it's $3,000, and if you operate on $1,000 a day, you know, if we sit till Monday, you know, you're looking at $5,000-$6,000 in lost revenue, plus the expense to repair the vehicle. So, not too pleased about that. And I'm pretty sure that if anybody else in a situation that wasn't mandated to have something was going to cost that much money and break down all the time, what do you do in business? You cut expenses. And that's about what I would do with that. I would cut that right out of the system. So let's get over here, let's get checked in, and we'll touch base once we know more. Well, that was eventful. We got here about 8:30. It is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. $643. Can't find the problem. Something came up. Thought it was maybe a DPF pressure. So that, like we said earlier, like the pump. They said when I came in, the code was inactive, but on the dash it was still showing that, you know, SCR warning and or fault warning, and that it was going to derate the motor in 3 hours. Guess they were able to clear it off and do some more testing. They tested everything. Everything looks good. I guess on the pump for your fluid has electrical connection, like a plug that goes in there, and they said when that goes bad, you can get your DEF fluid leaking in that comes out of like your filter housing and goes in to electrical connection and corrodes it all up. They said they pulled that apart and that was bone dry. So maybe I got electrical gremlin in this thing or what, and you know, I told them what happened, and they're just kind of all baffled. And so what do you want to do? You want to keep chasing it, or you just want to? I said, no, you know, that I can pay them to chase it, or just be on my merry way, because if there's no active coding, you know, there's nothing really to chase. So hopefully it doesn't do it again, but there's $650 right down the drain, man. Plus my $3,000 load's gone. So here I sit, waiting to find out if we have anything, we can find anything. I don't know. It's stressful, man. It's stressful. So I'm gonna wait and find out, and I'm looking at the load boards, and you know, for Friday afternoon, slim pickings. I might just go find a truck stop and hang out. until I get aggravated enough, just drive home and give everybody the middle finger, you know. It's one of those days, I guess. But another reason, where having a maintenance fund comes into play, we've only had the truck for a month and I haven't had time to set that up, so the money's coming out of my personal money, and that's where you really eat it in the pants. That comes out of now I can't pay some bills because of this, so gotta do some real hard thinking. You want to get in this game, I don't know if you can see it. That ain't all from happy days. My entire head's gray. Beard's going gray too. Getting old. Just had a birthday. Happy birthday. Birthday week. Whatever. I'll stop my ranting. It is what it is. I signed up for it. So if you're going to sign up for it, I'll watch your bitching video. But make sure you're aware of what you're getting into. I'm gonna cut this one off here and figure my life out. Catch you on the next one.